Hey guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video I'll be going through the showdown in the women's. I don't even know if they call it that anymore, or if they do call it that. But yeah, it was a really good game. I was surprised with the quality that Port Adelaide showed. I thought that they showed that they could actually potentially move off the bottom of the sort of that bottom clump of teams. But then again, also they were playing Adelaide who you sort of get up for that showdown type of game. And also a lot of other teams in West Coast and some other teams showed that they probably are going to jump up as well, GWS included. I thought that they absolutely stunned the Western Bulldogs. And I don't think the GWS will end up in the finals race, but I think that they could end up further up the table. So does this really mean that Port Adelaide are improving, or did they just show out somewhat against a team that should really compete at the top end in Adelaide? So anyway, let's just jump into this video here. As you can see, and it is scrolling for me, which is good, Sachi Syme, 83 points. And here's the thing, if I get the likes of a Sachi Syme, if I get the likes of a Daisy Darcy, I can afford Syme. And that was the whole question I had with the last night with the Centre Bounce live stream that they did. Is Daisy Darcy risk better than a Webster? Risk if I can get Sachi Syme over Breed, who Sachi Syme seems to have a better role than Breed, I would need to look at it. But then again, do you run the risk of having three Port Adelaide midfielders? Sachi Syme here, 44% CBAs compared to 66 this time last year in the last game. Is that just a one-off scoring for her? Because she did score of 44% and had 18 touches. So that's a little bit of an iffy one, I would say. But yeah, she scored really well, and I'm sort of surprised about it a little bit. So 83 for her, I thought that was really good, and she's going to have a negative break even whenever I'll look and try and find when the Jaden comes out with his stats. Goody, exactly what we thought. Maybe we came in with almost too high expectations, being like she'll be this, that, and everything. But 75, she got the cash in rolling, did exactly what she needed to do. I don't know what exactly she's up to now, price-wise. 449. Okay, so that's, yeah, really good. That's what, 149k increase, and she got her break even, I would think, really down low. Let me actually check the stats by Jaden just to see if he's released it, but I don't know if he will have. So let's just check. Let's just go Goody here. No, he hasn't done it yet. So we'll just wait and see. We'll just wait. But yeah, this is how I was getting my, how I'd see the general movement of stuff. Like if we just go to Too Good here, I knew that she'd lose it by about, she was at 1044, which is what, 279k. So yeah, and I was like, okay, that'll be about a 70k drop there. So she went down. Yeah, these are just a fraction bit off, which he'll get adjusted when he gets the actual like a couple games of sort of data, etc. But yeah, it was a really good guide to see how within reason how much players would drop, as yeah, she dropped by 280k or whatever, and that model suggested she dropped by what, 300k or so. So yeah, he was about 20k off for such a big drop. Is actually really, really close or something. It was really close to the actual model. So yeah, fair play to him. Saint 63, Dowrick 60, Borg 60, Wenland 54. I got the wrong Port rookie, which is really annoying. Wenland scored 9 touches, 5 tackles compared to Window 6 touches, 7 tackles. I do like that Window was tackle based, and I think that what's her role looking like? I just want to check what her role is. 69% CBAs. I think the role is there for her to really spike. So I'm looking at that and thinking she's going to spike, whereas let's actually just check. Where's Wendland? Wendland, no CBAs, 70% TOG, 54. I would say I'm worried that Wendland gets back to not scoring the greatest, because that is it's a better role, but it's more of a wing role, I would suggest, than these 9, 29, and 17. So I actually feel safer I know that she did score worse in the likes of Window by 11 points, but I feel safer in Window scoring more than Wendland in the future, just because her role is a lot safer, if that makes sense. Brooksby, Cuthbertson, no, I don't think there's any value. I think the value in Port Adelaide, honestly, at this point in time, is Window, Goody, and Syme. That's it. That is it for the whole side this year. Honestly, they don't have Ewings, who will be so cheap next year if she can get her fitness up to standard, I think is one of the reasons. But yeah, other than that, I don't see much value in this Port Adelaide squad at the moment. And let's just double check this with respect to the prices here. We got Syme, Goody, Saint, Dowrick, Borg, Wenland 388k, Wen 88k, 42k more than Window, and we'll probably have a better break even. But I think in the long run, Window will outscore her. Lamb, no, she went down 100k. Levecki, no. Foley, no. Maloney, no. Borg. Borg could spike because Port will maybe be horrific, but yeah, I don't see, like, just looking at this quickly, I do not see much value there being, yeah, Hannah Ewings next year could potentially be, maybe even 370, 380k as a forward. That could be interesting next year if she gets back to it. But yeah, other than that, I don't see there being much value, especially surprised about Houghton here, 35. And then just quickly here, looking at the live scoring of that, and then the fantasy scoring by quarter, you'll see Syme was pretty consistent. Goody, pretty consistent as well. And then also Window, yeah, pretty, 13, 5, 17, 8. And then Wenland, 6, 19, 10, 19. Yeah. And especially because they had the Breeze in these two quarters here where she scored a lot of her points. And we move over to the likes of Adelaide here. Houchard, 22 touches, 6 marks, 12 tackles, filled up the stat line for a 1-2-3. Marinoff here, 29 and 9, and a behind for a 1-2-1. I think that's pretty good. She went +9 on this matchup from last year where she went 112. And you'll see here, if we go to the scoring quarter by quarter, 31, 34, 32, 24, a little bit down in the last quarter. If she'd done sort of a 30 something in the last, she would have ended up with a 130 plus, which would have been really good. So I think it's sort of 121 is almost evens between the two sides, between the people who went for Marinoff and the 30% or so that went against her. So I think it's very, very even actually with a 121. I think that's almost even though her break even, or sorry, not her break even was 135, 136, but her average was like 128. I still think, given that she's getting that captaincy most weeks, and most people went for like a Conti or a Rowbottom as a captaincy, etc. And some people went the red dot route with a ruck roll, which O'Dowd's already made 100k, and we'll see with the injury report today anyway about that to see if she actually is fit, because that could be a lot of cash then lost to those people who red dotted. So yeah, I think Marinoff could really still blow this game open and really help out people. Allen I thought was really good in the ruck, but I also thought that Port Adelaide's rucks were really pathetic, especially right in front of goal. Like, they gave away, basically got gifted 3 set shots right in front of goal, and that basically gifted her, 13, 22, 25 points, just gifted from Port Adelaide's rucks being pretty dumb, 10 metres out from their own goal line. So, Jess Allen, I don't think she'll score 87 too frequently, but I thought, 30 hit-outs for her, 13 touches. She'll definitely be pretty good, given that she, I think, soloed. Let's just see, what was her time on ground? 87%, so no one else actually got hit out. So, she'll be an interesting one, probably one that I've missed, but just hoping Edmonds can get going, I guess. Goodwin, Thomas, Randall is an interesting one, 57. She did have a really good role. If we go to the actual live scoring one, Randall, 17, 4, 24, 12, 57. I just think she will flip around too much and that role will go in and out, so I don't necessarily want it too much. Ponta, another one that I'm interested to see how this one works with her. If we go to Ponta here, 14, 15, 14, 14. Hopefully she can get that up a little bit, but I do like that she does have, I think, a better role. But yeah, other than that, I don't see much value in this Adelaide team. I do think Custerman, at 39 points got going in her cash gen. Not terribly much, but she at least got it started. If we just go down here to here, you'll see Custerman here, 340 went up 45k, Boyley went up 43k, so those two got it started. So if you wanted to I guess if that was a decent enough forward option, at least better than Smith. But I just don't know if that's against Adelaide. She's playing more of a forward role, I think. It will be a little bit iffy for her. Let me just check Custerman here. I just want to check that she was playing a forward role because forward roles can go in and out very, very quickly. If we just check here, yeah, playing more forward, even though she was listed at halfback. So I'm not too kind on that role, to be honest with you. And then just going down here, looking at it, and any more things that stand out, I don't think so. I'm surprised about Neen Kelly actually struggling. She was one that I think from memory, or was it Jones? Let's just check here, Jones. No, I think it was Neen Kelly. I'm pretty sure she's a speedster at Adelaide, and she really did do really well last year, but seems like her role has been a little bit taken by some other girls. And then probably one of my favourite non-Sydney Swans players in Waterhouse, just biffing everyone, which is quite fun, especially just putting in large bumps. But anyway, that is the video there. If you did enjoy this game recap, remember to like and subscribe, turn the notification bell on so you know when future content is released, and I'll see you guys in the next game reviews, last couple tomorrow, as well as my fantasy recap for round 1 tomorrow. I'll see you guys in those videos. Bye guys.